What's going on, guys? Bao here, back with some Naruto Spirit. So let's get into this. They got the new event out, which I guess is okay. The only problem I have is the badge yet again. Only 7 days. I don't know. They keep going 7 days, which is kind of getting annoying since you spend so much for like one badge and then the next badge is out again, and it's kind of sucky because you can't get all the badges unless you're topping up. So yeah, that's basically not gonna happen for a while, I guess. I'm probably not even gonna go for this badge, honestly. I don't have enough. Like, they haven't really put out any of the codes that have coupons. They haven't put out any promotions. Well, they did one, but it was only 1,000, which isn't that great. They do some for like 500 and stuff like that. Like, they got one going on right now for like 500 or something. It's not that great. So unless we get more, yeah, probably not gonna buy the packs. Probably just gonna save up right now, because I want to get at least like 2 of the packs that have like 2,000 or maybe even more. So I'm just gonna start saving up for that, I think. So whenever they have that, probably just buy the max of that, and that would help me with the coupons, because these events take so much. You're probably just gonna have to buy like the packs and stuff like that. But I would recommend doing the dice game now and just save up the material you actually get out of it, because it seems to be the same every time on these events. So that might be the key to actually getting some of the material you're gonna actually need, or some of the rice cakes or medals or whatever it's gonna be during the event. That might be how to get a ton of it. But yeah, that means doing the dice game over and over and over, all the way to, I don't know, you can probably do it to 20. That doesn't really cost that much. You can do it to 10. Honestly, that doesn't cost that much. And just save up what you're gonna get. But here's the badge. You do get Blast, which I don't know. I mean, for certain characters it's fine, but I would like attack speed like the other badge. It is going to cost 13k. They do have the packs back yet again. Some things change, some things the same. Most of them are the same though, so yeah, there's that. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I got some Telbeast Essence, 6 Path Essence. We got SS Promotion 5. Yeah, they changed that one. I think the last one was like 1,000 S Ninja, like 3 SS Scrolls, plus like 200 Telbeast Essence, which was insanely good. And then here are the gem guides, which are amazing if you can actually get the gem guides. Like, sometimes I get a ton of them, sometimes I don't. But you need the Ninja Scrolls 1, 2, and 3, put those together, and then of course you have a chance to get it. Also get Prestige EXP. But I do have one currently, and I've used 40, I want to say. I don't know, you do get them from like just doing spirit stuff, seizing your spirit on like the campaign or whatever. But you can also buy them as well. You can buy them with your ninja points, which I had 200k. I think I have like 140k now. So I could buy a ton of them and actually try to get some of these. But if you get lucky enough, they got some decent stuff in there. But hopefully they do make them a lot easier to get, because you need 10 of each of them. So yeah. But yeah, you can save up your thing for the rice cakes, as you can see here, 2 for 1. Or you can actually just save up for the pack and get some out of that as well, plus some extra stuff. But it seems to be the same on each event, so might as well just start saving up and doing dice game if you're not going to be going for any of the badges or anything like that. Which I'm not going to be going for this one, because honestly I don't even have 1,000 coupons right now. So yeah, but there's the gem guide. And I use like a ton of scrolls to actually try to get it. I think you watched the previous video and see how many I had in my bag, but I used all of those and only got one. So they better up the chances of getting them. I hope that's what they did. If not, they are so hard to get and you're gonna have to spend a ton. But here's the pack. I just bought one because that's all I had. The only reason I actually got it was for the Telbeast Essence. You also get a level 4 gem, some silver, the rice cakes, and transformation power. Each pack is different, of course, so just get the one you need. But yeah, it doesn't seem to give you that much for how much they actually cost. So I really wish I would up the price of those, because I used so many and only got one. So yeah, I don't know how many you're gonna actually have to use to get 10, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna cost a lot. So they really need to do something about that. Maybe up the amount you get for a while, because they do give you one gem, but I mean, if you're gonna be trading them in for the packs, yeah, that one's hard. I don't know, because I don't know anybody that saved those up, because you can't stack them. So when you get one of those, there's no way to stack them. They should actually allow you to stack those. I don't know why they don't, because if they did, I would totally keep probably all the ones I get, because they're pretty much a waste of time. You really don't get that much secret art stuff like that out of them. And when I do have time, I do them, or when they're filling up my bag, I do them as well. So hopefully they let us stack those in the future. Maybe only a stack of 10 or 20 would be fine. I mean, as long as they stack a little bit, would be totally fine. Kind of like the scrolls do. They should stack up to 10. So, and everyone keeps complaining that I have these SS contracts. The only reason I'm actually keeping them, there's no point in getting another tail beast. I do need to get the stars up. Everybody keeps saying get them up. They don't actually give you that much more, even if you get them to level 5. So for the amount you have to spend to get the level 5, not gonna be worth it. Like, I'll show you right here. We'll do this one because I was planning on doing this one anyway. But yeah, chances of getting a higher star are pretty low. There you go, we got one there. Yet another one, so that's 2 1-stars, and finally a 3-star. So I had to waste 3 to get a 3-star, including the one I used to get it. So is it worth it? I mean, I guess, but I would just go with whatever star you get. If you get lucky and get a 5-star, then perfect. That's perfectly fine. If you get a 4-star, I would just leave it, because your chances of getting a 5-star are pretty low. I would rather save up and get a better tail beast. And if you're wondering why I don't get the other tail beast, there's no point. I mean, I already have the tail beast I need. Of course, I do have the mini 8 tails, but that's just in place of like a 8 tails, 9 tails, or something like that, and then I can switch those around. But for your main, since you're using like transformations and stuff like that, there isn't really a set tailed beast to use, so you can just put whatever you want there depending on what you want to transform into. I'm using Kisame. I mean, there's a ton of them. I see a bunch of like a bunch of the other ones as well, a bunch of the Akatsuki ones, or the ones you get from the transformation power alone, like Sasuke and stuff like that. So like, you're going to be changing that all the time, so I would just go with like a mini 5, or a mini 5, a mini 8 or a mini 9 tails, because those are going to be a lot more helpful since they give you attack and stuff like that, rather than going with like a tail beast that gives you taijutsu when you don't even use it. You might use it on some transformations, but it isn't really going to help you if you keep switching. So that's why I'm using the mini 8 tails. And of course, if I get like a 9 tails, then of course I'll put it there, or I'll put it on somebody else and switch that pet to my main or something like that. I don't know, we'll work it out once we get there. But you do need about how many was it, 20, 25? I don't know, you can go in the shop and count how many of the contracts you actually need to get all the pets. I would recommend opening up at least like 3 or 4 of the contracts before doing that, and you might get lucky enough to not get any of the same ones. You might get like 1, 2, 3, or like 7 tails or something like that, so that would save you some of the contracts. And then you go buy the rest with whatever you have left, and then you can make the 8 tails. Of course you need 2 8 tails, so that means you're probably going to need around 60 contracts to actually get the 9 tails. And yeah, I don't know, that's really hard to do though. A lot easier if you were topping up and stuff like that, because you get a bunch of the contracts from that, you get a bunch of contracts from the VIP 5 pack, I believe it was, and stuff. So you can count up how much you actually need there. And I mean, if you get the 7, 6, and 5 tails, that saves you so much. If you get the 7 tails, that saves you a bunch right there. Like the 1 tails, 2 tails, and stuff like that are a lot cheaper, so I would hope not to get those when you open up like 3 or 4 of the contracts to see if you get no doubles. Hopefully you don't, so that way it'd be a lot easier to get the 8 tails. And then if you do get any of the doubles, just trade those in and get back some of the stuff and try again, or just buy them out of the shop or something like that. But I do have one of the 8 Tails contracts, so, or 8 Tails scrolls or whatever they're called, to actually obtain one of the 8 Tails, although they cost around like 3k, I think it was. 3k, I don't know, we just seen it, I didn't even look. But yeah, if you're not going for the badge, you can get one of those. If you're gonna go for the 8 Tails, I would recommend going for the 9 Tails, but the chances of you actually getting the 9 Tails with like a 5-star, 4-star are really low. And I believe the 9 Tails requires another 9 Tails to get the star. I don't know how it works. I honestly don't know. I should ask somebody who has the 9 Tails how that works. Because I noticed a lot of people have 9 Tails and they just leave them at like certain stars. So I'm guessing you need something pretty high to get more of these stars out of it. But yeah, your chances of getting a pretty high 9 Tails or 8 Tails are probably really low, so you're probably going to have to try multiple times. But that's the reason I don't use them, and that's why they're sitting there. There's no point in opening them up because I'm not going to get anything I need, because I don't need anything right now. So yeah, there would be no point in opening them up unless I was just saving the like 1 Tails contract and stuff like that in my warehouse, but that takes up more room. So we're going to wait till we're a lot closer towards the 8 Tails and get it that way. Because I'm running out of room in my warehouse. I need to buy more space or get rid of a bunch of stuff. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, this event's, I guess, okay if you're going to be going for the badge. If you have enough cash gifts, you can actually go for the VIP packs and help you out that way. We do have, I believe, a code coming for the new server that they put out the day the event came out. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if we're going to have another code. I would have to look on Facebook or the forums, see if they're going to have an event that we have to complete to get the code. Because that's usually what they've been doing lately, and we usually get about like 4,000 extra of whatever medal or whatever the event's giving us. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. We also got the rewards for the increase, which I guess is okay, but ever since they took out the ship order, it kind of sucks. So because I saved up all of mine for that event. Now that they don't have it anymore, you can just use it whenever. But during that event, you would get so much silver. So yeah, that's why I liked it so much. You get a ton of prestige as well. But now we just gotta wait, I guess. And maybe they'll put it back. Or you can just use them. I'm just using them, honestly. I have like 40 of them now. And I use them every once in a while. And probably only get like 400. Anywhere between 100 million to 400 million, which is still good, but it's no billion silver, so yeah. You never know, we might need more silver, so I'm going to continue to do those as well. But we're going to go spin all the dark beads. I know you guys don't want to watch that, it's very boring. Probably going to take me around 20-30 minutes because I do have around 300 of them, but that's going to be about it for this one. Thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you guys next time.